Hi everybody, welcome to virtual programming. It's me, Elda. Thanks for joining tonight. If you guys are watching, go ahead and let me know, say hi, and I will try my best to say hi to you. Tonight we are making a super easy tomato basil tart. And this is a really great way to use up your summer's harvest. So if you've got fresh tomatoes or fresh basil, maybe you even have garlic in your garden, this is a perfect way to use up your things from your garden. I'm actually sharing, hi Maureen, thanks for watching. I'm actually sharing one of my sister-in-law's recipes, and what she says is, you know it's not summer until you have cooked. Hi Nancy, thanks for watching. It's not summer until you've cooked your first tomato basil tart. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this is what it's going to look like when it's all done. So this is a tomato basil tart, and I'm going to go over the ingredients with you guys. So what you're going to need is hi Emma, thanks for watching. You're going to need a frozen pie crust. This is just what this recipe calls for. If you have a favorite pie crust that you like, or if you prefer to use the non-frozen ones, you can do that, but super easy if you use the frozen ones. So you need 1 frozen pie crust, you need 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese, you need 3/4 cup parmesan cheese, you need 1 cup of, I should be showing you guys, 1 cup of fresh basil, 3/4 cup Parmesan cheese. I like to have a little bit of Parmesan extra because I like to put it on top. Hi Heidi, thanks for watching. You're going to need 1 clove of garlic. Optional is pine nuts. And then you want 3 medium ripe tomatoes from your garden. So, sorry about that. Okay, 3 ripe tomatoes from your garden. And I believe that is it. You're going to want to, first thing you want to do, which I've already gone ahead and done, you want to cook your pie crust to your pie crust instructions. So I used a frozen pie crust. Go ahead and poke the bottom of your pie crust with a fork, and then put in half of your Parmesan. Okay, so you want to bake your pie crust. Poke it, bake it. Per directions, mine was 350 for 9 minutes. This is a Pillsbury frozen pie crust. Once that comes out of the oven, go ahead and put your Parmesan cheese on there because you want it to go ahead and melt. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have baked and melted my pie crust. That's your first step. So while your Parmesan cheese is baking and melting, you're going to want to go ahead and I'm going to turn the camera down for you guys, okay? Hi, John. Thanks for watching. It's going to be loud again. Sorry, I meant to fix this, and I didn't from our last video. So let me get this so you guys can see. Oops, there you go. Move this back. All right, so what you want to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my Ninja, and you want to put your basil. This is a great way, you guys, too, to use those kind of big basil leaves because you're gonna process them all up. So your basil, your Parmesan cheese, and your garlic. Probably can throw the whole clove in as well if you want. This is gonna get loud for a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this. It blends very quickly. So let me go ahead and blend this up for you. I know that's loud. Sorry guys. Hey, we'll do it really fast, I promise. Almost done. Alrighty. So basically what we've just created, and this is a little tip for you, this is pretty much pesto without the olive oil. So if you guys really didn't feel like blending your Parmesan and basil, you can just buy some pre-made pesto. That will work just as well. But it smells delicious with your fresh basil. So you want to go ahead and slice your tomatoes, and you want to slice them pretty thin. If you guys have a mandolin slicer, probably the best use for it right about now. Go ahead and slice your tomatoes super thin. I would probably go a little thinner. Hi Sarah, thanks for watching. I would probably go thinner if I was not going live, but when I'm live, I want to try to risk at all cost a mishap of a cut. So go ahead and slice up all 3 of your medium garden fresh ripe tomatoes. I actually have one of these baking in the oven right now. I'm hoping it's going to be ready right when we finish, so you can see what it looks like fresh out of the oven. But I have to tell you, it smells delicious in my house right now. It smells like an Italian restaurant with the basil and garlic and the smell of these fresh tomatoes. All right, so once you have all your tomatoes sliced, we're going to go ahead and slice the last one. This is actually also a perfect summer dish. It's light and refreshing. You're going to want to also, once we get it all together, you're going to cook it in the oven 400 for 45 minutes. I've enlisted all of the ingredients in the description, so if you guys have any questions, they'll be there for you. Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is we've melted half of the Parmesan cheese. And this is our basil, garlic, and Parmesan. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me try to put a little in here, and you can see it. It's now a crumble. So it has turned into a really fresh pesto, basically minus the olive oil. Go ahead and spread that all over. All right, and I'm gonna just peek really quickly on the one in the oven. I don't know if you guys can see how quickly it was to just blend all that up. And I have a Ninja. If you guys have a food processor, that would work as well. Okay, so I just checked on mine in the oven, and you guys don't want to do what I do, is I actually had my oven up a little too high. So the one in the oven, the crust is going to be a little well done, but we won't do that to yours, I'm sure. Okay, so now you just want to go ahead and layer all of your tomatoes right on top of your basil mixture. And you want to load this up with tomatoes. There you go. Super easy. It really smells like summer in here. Okay, so now we've put all our tomatoes in the tart. So the ingredients are all listed in the program description. So bake your pie crust per the package, and then you want to layer your cheese, your basil, your tomatoes. You want to top it with the remaining Parmesan cheese, so half of it goes on the bottom and half of it goes on top. I'm sorry, this is mozzarella. I think I said Parmesan. Mozzarella. I'll go over the instructions one more time after we get this all put together. So just go ahead, and as you guys can see how full this is. And if you're particular, I personally, it doesn't bother me as much, but if you keep the cheese off the pie crust, it will not brown. For some reason, when the cheese gets on the crust, it browns a little, but I don't mind that. Recipe does not call for Parmesan, but I like to put an additional Parmesan cheese, just a little bit on the top as well. We like it extra cheesy in our house. Okay, so there you have it. Now, pine nuts are optional. So I'm just going to sprinkle some pine nuts on top. I'm going to kind of pat it down a little bit too. Little pine nuts, and I like to put an additional little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper on the top. And I'm going to hold this up for you guys. And here is what it looks like. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for watching. Here's what it looks like when it is all assembled, ready to go in the oven. Once we pull it out, it will look like this one. I probably should have put a little bit more cheese on that. If you guys can see, here's a little bit of cheese. For some reason on the crust, the cheese browns a little bit. I'm going to peek on the one in the oven. All right, so here is it. You guys can't smell this. I so wish you could. Here is it fresh out of the oven. I may have, hi Kelly, thanks for watching. I cooked it a little too long because I accidentally had my oven on 425, but as you can see, it is all bubbly, cheesy, and tomatoey, and it smells delicious. So here is, I'm going to turn my camera up now again so you guys, it's gonna make a squeaking noise. Sorry about that. So there you go. There's your super easy tomato basil tart. So I'll go over the ingredients with you guys and the recipe one more time. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of I keep saying mozzarella, Parmesan cheese, 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 cup of basil, 1 clove of garlic, 1 pie crust. Recipe calls for frozen, but you can use your favorite pie crust if you'd like, and pine nuts, which are optional. So you want to bake your pie crust per your pie crust instructions. Once you take that out of the oven, put half of your mozzarella cheese on the bottom. You want to blend together your basil, your Parmesan, and your garlic. You want to make like a pesto out of that. You want to layer that on top of the melted mozzarella. On top of that, you want to put 3 medium ripe, thinly sliced tomatoes. And then on top of that, you're going to put the rest of your mozzarella. I like to put an additional a little bit of more Parmesan cheese, pine nuts optional, salt, pepper. Bake it at 400 for 45 minutes. And you are good to go, guys. Let me know if you guys make this. Go ahead and comment, even if you're making it in a week or something, comment it. We'll still see the comments. I'd love to hear if you made it and how you guys like it. So thank you for watching, you guys. Have a good evening. Happy summer harvest, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good evening. Bye.